Greetings. Welcome to another episode of The Making of the Cosmic Survivor. This will be episode 3, Creating an Alien Race, the Star Knight Hefatus, and the planet Helios. Just to check everything's in the picture. In the last episode, in episode number 2, we talked about the Eridanus supervoid, and I kind of hinted that there was a planet next to the supervoid, or almost within it, and the planet in the story is called Helios, it's the home of the Magistar crystals, which is a very key part of the story. These two crystals are housed on this planet, and what was thought to be the most obscure part of the universe, the most dangerous part of the universe, next to the supervoid. In the story, these crystals have a lot of power. There's a theory of what these crystals could do. Maybe they could trigger the Big Bang if they both hit each other. And also, they keep this planet alive. Another feature of the crystals is it may be the only entrance into the supervoid, the crystal could open a wormhole that it will take you through the supervoid, which is, from 6 billion to 10 billion light years across. So even if you had space travel abilities, that's a huge distance, and it might take you to the other side of the supervoid. So these are very valuable crystals in the universe, and they're housed and protected by the Helions, which is the alien race that lives on this planet, Helios. And Helios is not a pleasant planet to live on. It's next to the supervoid, so it's being pulled apart by the forces of the supervoid. But because it has the crystals on the planet, the crystals are helping keep the planet together and not rip apart underneath all the gravitational forces that are happening. But that doesn't mean it's in good shape. It's a very unpleasant place. So these Helions, they kind of live like cavemen on the planet. They live mostly under the surface, but they do come up to the top of the surface. And I had to invent an alien race. Another feature of this alien race is that one of the Star Knights, he's a retired Star Knight. His name is Hefatus. He is from Helios, and he's kind of his protector and his leader. And I think if you look at the page of art, you can kind of guess which one is Hefatus. It's not super clear yet how the Helions look. I mean, I think you can kind of piece together how they look. But I have a picture here from one of the posters I did a couple of years ago of it was the Cosmic Epic poster, and it had a full-on shot of Hefatus, and it was just showing the Star Knights in action with the Space Witch Veritas. And I'm very happy with the poster. I hope to put it up someday. But there's a really nice, clear shot of Hefatus, and that's what he looks like. And in this issue, he kind of makes his debut. I mean, he's speaking and talking in the first issue, but this issue we visually see him, and he's coming out of the caves to witness this great event with his people, the people who are still on the planet. They know that the ice monster, the comet Nebulon, is coming, and he either wants to destroy the planet or do something there. The idea is that he wants one of the crystals, or he wants the Magistar crystals. So it's been tasked to this guy, the retired Star Knight Hefatus, and he retired to his planet after he did his duty as a Star Knight to protect the crystals, get rid of one of them, and deal with Nebulon when he comes, because everybody's too far away to catch him. So I hope that's a good preview of the story. It's a very cold planet, and as you can see, there's the mountains look kind of odd, and there's a lot of bad weather. The weather's very bad, but it's also getting sucked up into the atmosphere. So I was trying to draw how all that would look, and it has quite a view of the supervoid from the surface. So you can kind of see the supervoid in the sky, the Eridanus supervoid, which is a real supervoid in reality. You could look on the web. I covered that in the last video. This supervoid really exists. It's the largest known hole in the universe, and there's a lot of theories whether it's where the Big Bang happened, or it could be a portal to a multiverse. So if we ever do space travel, and if it's ever possible to travel billions of light years, this supervoid will be of curiosity to everybody in the universe what's behind it. So in this episode, I want to talk about creating the alien race. I knew I needed aliens in the series, and I wanted to talk about how I came up with them and how you could use influences outside of comics and sort of outside of science fiction to bring back something very creative. I'm also a painter, like a fine artist, and I did go to art school. I went to Boston University. I also went to the Art Students League. But I have a major in painting, but also a minor in art history. And one of the guys I learned about in art history was a sculptor called Alberto Giacometti. He's a Swiss painter and sculptor, and he kind of worked mostly in the beginning of the 20th century to the middle of the 20th century. He did a lot of his major sculptures and paintings in the 1940s and the 1950s. And as I show you his work on the screen, you might be able to see the connection to Hefatus, the design of the Star Knight Hefatus, and the design of the Helions. He made these very elongated, expressive sculptures, kind of these emaciated, tight, long and thin humanoid people, which he bases art of. They sell for many millions of dollars today. If they come up on Christie's or Sotheby's. He's a highly sought after sculptor, and kind of significant one in a more modern art history. But it's not like he was an influence or anything like that. But when I saw it in art history, the strangeness of the sculptures and how thin they were, and he also paints like that. It's almost like everybody's naughty and thin. And I thought, and I kind of bookmarked it in my mind that I like to use that for something someday. If I dabble in science fiction, and this is the day that it happened. I wanted to make a kind of a Giacometti-looking set of aliens, and I started with the Star Knight Hefatus, who is part of the group of Star Knights that Cosimo and Veritas belong to, and he's the one who has to deal with the problem first, since Nebulon is coming towards his planet, and nobody can get there in time to help him, but they're trying to, and the stakes are very high. if Nebulon gets the crystals, the universe is in danger. There's a theory that these two crystals, if they smash together, will reignite the Big Bang. And also the crystals have the power to generate gravitational forces and keep the planet of Helios together, being a second function. And a third is that it can open a wormhole into the supervoid. No one knows exactly what Nebulon wants to do. We saw him in the last issue on his way. But this was kind of a difficult page. The landscape stuff came a lot easier, but I have to depict the aliens. And originally in the sketchbook, I just wanted to depict a few of them and have the others kind of in shadow or silhouette. But I thought that would be shortchanging the viewer in this case. I mean, if you're being sold that these are aliens, you want to see what they look like. So I'm trying to depict every single one, and then I may haze, atmospheric haze out a few of them. So Hefatus isn't the only one that I show. They're not really going to have too much of a presence here, but he's trying to evacuate the planet and protect his people. And what's happening here is you can kind of see the aliens in different sizes and genders. These are still being fleshed out. I'm working it out as I go. But you can kind of see a few of them, kind of a young alien, kind of maternal mother, a female version of his people. He's kind of a giant amongst his people. And this is Hefatus. His name is, he's referred to as the Air Titan. So this guy has powers, which will be more on display in the next issue, if he meets Nebulon. I guess the other thing I wanted to cover is what's going on in the sky. In the pages before, one of the Magistar crystals are being taken off the planet, and a group of his people are going to go into the supervoid using that Magistar crystal. I'll show you. I think I have a page of what the crystal looks like. If you one moment. I'm back. It's still a hot day in Japan in July, so I'm managing. But this is one of the Magistar crystals, and this is the one keeping the planet alive that Hefatus is going to try to protect. I mean, you can't get, there's two of them. One has been taken away, and you can kind of see that in this page. It's being taken to a ship that's going to go into the supervoid. And the crystals, being lifted and taken away. Let's go back. And now they're coming out to witness the event of the ship going deep into the supervoid from the planet's surface. And you could see how bad the weather is on the planet, and how the gravitation affects it. But Hefatus is coming out to look into the sky and see the ship hurtling towards the supervoid, and that's the main feature of this page. And like I said in the videos before, this kind of ripped energy kind of indicates the whole of the supervoid right here. So I'm just sharing you this to see how I kind of worked out the storytelling, how I came up with the aliens. The aliens aren't literally Giacometti sculptures, but Giacometti's a big influence. And I have my own touch to it all with the kind of antenna eyes. I kind of use that in other areas too. And I think they're convincing. I mean, they seem like legitimate, like you know, a place with tough gravity might create a life like that. They're not, well, I shouldn't say, maybe to somebody they look like goofy aliens, but I think they look like convincing aliens. I mean, that's what I was trying to do, and I was trying to give them their own clothes. And I like this Star Knight. He's sort of like the wise, you know, the elder Star Knight, the very responsible one. And he's kind of a lot of fun to draw, but he's a little complicated too. And I hope you like it. It'll be out in the second issue of The Cosmic Survivor. This is the first issue. It's available now. You can get it on Amazon and in the links below. And I'm excited to bring it to you. I'm hoping it's by the end of the summer. If I get all the inks done, I have to do the coloring and the lettering and the whole process. I'm a little rusty. But there it is. Please, you know, subscribe if you can. I'm trying to build up the channel. Right now I'm at 5 people. If I can make it 6 or 7, I'd be delighted. And like and all that sort of thing. And stay tuned. More's coming.